This is the DJI Pocket 3, and this is one of the most versatile and most popular video cameras ever made, and I absolutely love using this thing, but straight out of the box it does have one major issue that keeps it from reaching its full potential and makes it completely unusable in some scenarios, until now that is. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I actually resisted the hype for quite a long time before getting one of these, and I basically just didn't see the point of it because I already had the DJI Action 4 and I didn't really see what the benefit was to using this over this because I saw them as quite similar products and I just didn't see the point in having both of them. So the Action 4 is able to shoot in 4K, it can do slow motion, it's obviously a very ruggedly built thing, it can be dropped, it can be taken underwater. It does have a smaller 1/1/3 inch sensor when comparing it to the 1-inch sensor that comes in the Pocket 3, but that 1/1/3 inch sensor is way bigger when you compare it to smartphone cameras, and it all comes in such a small, neat package. And inside that package, this camera is able to do really smooth electronic stabilization on the footage, which looks really natural, and for the most part I was really happy with. So I just didn't see the need for another camera with a proper gimbal. I thought this was actually going to be really way too flimsy and it wasn't going to fit my needs as well as the Action did. But about 6 months ago I took this to New York for the first time and I absolutely fell in love with this thing, and basically I was proved very wrong on many counts because the footage that comes out of this, especially in low light, is so lovely when you compare it to the Action 4. It actually shoots lovely footage, and because it's all stabilized by this gimbal, which is a physical stabilization rather than the electronic one that's in the Action 4, it all is very natural and it doesn't degrade the image quality. Whereas with the Action, basically the lower the light gets, the more this struggles with stabilizing the footage and you get these digital artifacts and things like that, and the stabilization basically gets worse as the light gets lower. And when it comes to the stabilization, the physical stabilization that you get from a proper gimbal, it just is so much smoother than the electronic stabilization. So this definitely still is really good, the electronic stabilization in here, but it just can't compete with that physical stabilization of the proper gimbal. And then when it comes to the image quality, you've obviously got that larger 1-inch sensor, which enables you to get really quite out of focus backgrounds when you're doing vlog type shots or shooting something close to you. It means the background is lovely and blurry, which you just don't get with the Action camera. Essentially everything that you shoot with this will be in focus at all times. So yeah, really and truly that is quite a nice upgrade, and it makes your images look so much better. Even for stills, the photographs that come out of this when you're doing a selfie or something like that, the background is lovely and blurred and it's completely natural, and it does so much better than portrait mode can do on your phone. Then when it comes to the form factor, obviously there are a few things that you need to worry about when comparing it to like just a solid little cube like that. The gimbal is obviously a bit of a worry, but nowhere near as much of a worry as I thought it was going to be. So I don't even use the case that really comes with it because it just makes it quite a bit bulkier than it needs to be. So for the most part, I'm just throwing it either in a pocket or in my bag, just like this. It just does the job so well, and I am nowhere near as worried about the build quality as I thought I was going to be. And I love just being able to throw this into a pocket and bring it out and use it when I want to get a shot. But the real problem arises when you start trying to mount this to a tripod, because as you can see there are some little clips under here, but it really doesn't give you many options on mounting this. Whereas with the Action series, they've got these magnetic clips underneath, which when you have an accessory like this, so this is the quick release system that comes with the DJI Action series, and it's made by DJI. This is what I don't get, is that DJI make all of these products, but they don't make them all compatible with each other. It's so annoying. So with this, you can literally just clip it on like that. And for me, doing my hiking videos and doing little pieces to camera, I can put it on here, I splay the legs out, extend it up to full height, and then I can do my walking past the camera shots, and it works so well. But I wanted to be able to do that with the Pocket as well. And as you can see, it just doesn't work. So this, it just doesn't do anything. The magnetic bits, although they're there, they just don't fit in with the DJI Action tripod head. And I can hear you saying that yes, there is a little mount. So you've got this extender bit that comes in the box with the Pocket 3. So essentially you can just clip that in like so, and it's now extended. And what it's done, it's made it so the charging port is no longer on the bottom of the handle. If you clip that in, it's now on the back. And what you've got on the bottom is a threaded screw part. So I can thread in a tripod mount like this one, and I can put it like that, and then I can mount it onto a tripod. So that all works. If I put that on like so, there we go, it's on a tripod head, but it's a traditional tripod head, which is big and bulky, and you know, I don't really want to use this if I can get away with using something like this. It's so much smaller, more compact, lighter, and I really was used to using this. This is the way that I wanted to go. So, is there a way of making this so it can be used on a smaller tripod like this? Now, I'm happy to say, yes, there is. So rather than using this little contraption here, what we have got is this. So this is made by Hafoko or Hafoko. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but essentially it's a little adapter plate that basically does exactly what this does. So if I put this in like so, and just plug it into the bottom, it now means that I can charge from the back. It has a little threaded screw mount if I want to attach it to something else, but that is all there is, and that is so lovely and simple. And obviously the best thing about it is that it just plugs in to the existing mount that DJI has. So that is so nice and convenient. It means I can extend out, I can walk past the camera if I want to, I can splay the legs out and do a talking piece to camera, and it works so well. And this is exactly what I wanted, and it's just a shame that DJI wasn't able to put this feature within the camera. It seems like such an oversight. I don't really understand it. And there are a couple of really good bonuses with this as well as a couple of negatives. But the two bonuses, basically, this is magnetic. So if I want to, I can put it onto like a fence post or a metallic part of a building or something like that, and then I can do my walking past the camera shot, and it all works really well. And this magnet is actually really quite strong, so I've used it on several shots just walking around. You find a metal fence and you just put it on and it does the job, so you don't even need to get your tripod out at that point. And the other thing, obviously the bottom of the actual Pocket itself is rounded, so putting it down on a table, it rocks around quite a lot. Whereas with this, because this is a nice flat bottom to it, you put it down on a table and it just stays there. So it's really nice and simple, and makes it a nice usable product in ways that I wasn't even expecting. So those are really good bonus features that I wasn't expecting. And two features that I actually feel like are a couple of drawbacks, potentially, well, you decide. Basically, if you plug this in on your tripod like so, because there are now two clips on it, it means that sometimes you can accidentally go for the top one and you take the whole Pocket off the actual adapter plate, whereas you want to go for the lower one and you get both products. So you get the Pocket and the adapter when you go for the lower one, but then you just get the Pocket when you go for the top one. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's not the end of the world. It's just something that you have to bear in mind when you're attaching and detaching it, really. And the other potential negative is the fact that obviously this is a bit of a flimsier camera and it doesn't compare to the ruggedness of an action camera like this. So if I am putting this on a tripod like so, and then I'm walking away from the camera and then coming back again, when I'm walking away I am a little bit nervous about the fact that if a gust of of wind comes, I'm not there to protect it and save it from falling on the ground. Whereas with this, if it does fall on the ground, I know that this can take a little bit of a hit, but I am a bit worried about, you know, potentially damaging this when it falls on the ground. But if I just keep it in mind and make sure I'm not doing it in really windy conditions, or I maybe put my bag down and weigh it down or something like that, then I know I've got that little bit of an insurance policy, and I'm not too worried about it. So a couple of things to just be wary of. It's not a perfect product, but it really does just solve those issues that I was having and makes the DJI Pocket 3 so much more user-friendly for anyone who's shooting in the outdoors, anyone who wants to do adventure videos or hiking videos. You have got a really good product in this little adapter, and it makes the Pocket 3 just so much better. So I highly recommend that you invest in this one little adapter, and it will make sure that you can use this in all of the ways that the Action 3 can really be used, apart from obviously taking it underwater. But it just makes it a much more well-rounded camera, and definitely it's something that I'll be continuing to use for all of my National Parks Project films. If you haven't watched all of my National Parks Project videos, I highly recommend you click up here, because you can check out how I'm getting on with this, and you can stay up to date on everything that's happening with the channel. And if you want to support the channel, you can like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.